guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be part 2 of my drugstore favorites. I just got ready. I know this is a really simple look. I've been doing that a lot lately, but I got ready on Facebook. I did a Facebook Live, so if you have not checked that out, you definitely should. By the time this video goes up, it will have been about a week since I did my first Facebook Live, so check it out down below on my Facebook fan page and make sure you like it, so that way when I do more Facebook Lives, you're notified. And I had so much fun, and yeah, I just can't wait to do more. I wanted to do a part 2 because I have a lot of drugstore favorites that I want to share with you guys, and I'm talking there's a lot. There is a lot, so I'm not going to talk about each product too long. I'm just going to let you know some of my favorites, what I'm loving, and just kind of go through these products fairly quickly. I did do a drugstore foundations and concealer video, which if you haven't checked that out, I will leave it down below in the description box and also in a card right here that you can click on if you're on a desktop. And before we start, this color on my lips is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in number 41. Okay, so let's start off with powders first. I have a lot of powder, but I don't have one of the powders that I want to mention to you guys, but the Maybelline Better Skin powder is amazing. It's actually in my purse right now because we went out of town to Baltimore, and that's like my go-to powder that I touch up with and everything. But these other two powders I love a lot as well. So this one's the Essence All About Matte Fixing Compact Powder, and I like this because it's more of like a translucent powder. It does have a little bit of a white cast to it, I will say, but if you use the smallest amount, it does look really nice and it does mattify the skin. So this is awesome for oil control, and it's great in the summertime. And another one that I love, this one's not focused on being matte, it's just to kind of like set your under eyes and everything like that. This is the NYX HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. This is really great to set your eyes with if you don't like to bake or anything like that. It's a really fine powder, and it looks so smooth underneath the eyes, and it blends so well. If you're looking for more of a banana shade, this is the way to go. It doesn't look banana on camera when I'm looking at it at the viewfinder, but it's just a light tint of yellow. I love this Flower Beauty one. You guys know this is the shade L01. It's my favorite to bake with. I feel like it just makes me look flawless, and I love it with every foundation, any product. It's just my favorite. It's my favorite. I do have the matte one, but I can't tell you if it's my go-to right now. I need to try it out a little bit more. But this one, the shade L01, I have gone through one whole jar of it, and this is my second one, and I can't get enough of it. So you can get this at Walmart if you're interested. And then another one that's really good that is a loose powder is this Airspun loose face powder. I would recommend the non-scented one. This one is scented, and it's very, very strong. So if you're sensitive to smells, you might want to go with the other one. But this is really great. I think it's a great alternative to high-end powders, and it does leave your skin nice and smooth as well and sets that makeup and locks it into place. Okay, let's move on to contours and bronzers because I have so many that I just go back and forth with. A lot of you are going to know most of these, but the first one that I talk about all the time is this Neutrogena Healthy Skin's Natural Radiance Bronzer in 30 Sunkissed. This is amazing. You can just tell by the pan how much I love this. I know I'm about to hit like pan right in here very soon. It just looks beautiful. I'm wearing it right now. It's a natural tan finish, and it's very smooth. It blends like a dream, and for like the color of my skin, whether I'm a little bit more tan, a little bit more fair, it just works, and it blends out and it looks awesome. So my favorite one has to be this one, hands down. Next are more contour powders, not necessarily bronzing all over my face. This is the e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Bronzer. This one's in the shade Caramel Cabana, and this is pretty dark, but once you blend it out and if you use a really light hand with it, it does look really, really good. Has that nice kind of warm and ashy tone to it, so it's not too warm, not too ashy. It's more of that in-between shade, and I just really like it a lot. This is great to contour with, great to contour your nose with. Since it is more on the ashy side, it's going to create that natural looking shadow. Another one I love, this one also has a highlighter in it. I will say I'm not a big fan of the highlighter in this, but I do love the bronzer. It's the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. So this is what it looks like. Again, this one has more of that kind of ashy, warm undertone. This one's definitely more on the warm side, but it does look really nice on the skin. You can see right there, it's a little bit more pink, and I really do like this. It blends out very well. Again, another really smooth powder. I do like this Catrice brand. I think they have a lot of great stuff, and you can also get them at Ulta. So this is cute, and it's very compact, so it's easy to put in your makeup bag and go. Next, for a contour palette, I love this from Ulta. Now, I will say there are a few shades in here that I'll probably never use, but I really do like this palette. This is the Ulta Contour Kit, and you have a lot of shades in here. You have 2 highlighters, one that's more pink, one that is more yellow toned, and then you have 4 different bronzers. I personally use the Warm Bronzer and the Bombshell Bronzer a lot. I mix them together. I'll sometimes contour with this one and not this one, but these are the two shades that I use the most, and then sometimes I'll use this to carve out my contour as well. Really, really nice powders. Again, very smooth and buttery, and they blend just amazingly, which is what I need in a contour palette. This palette is great. I think it'd be great for a freelance makeup artist, or if you're doing just makeup on your friends for fun. You could use this for pretty much anything, and again, for eyeshadows, I mean, that's what you can use this for if you don't know what to do with the other shades. Last one I want to talk about is actually an e.l.f. duo. I love these duos from e.l.f. I think they're amazing. This one is the Fiji matte one, and these are both matte shades. I love this matte blush, and I love this matte contour. They're just so pretty. This blush is a perfect everyday color, and then the contour shade is not as pigmented as the rest. You can see it's right there, but it does cast a nice shadow underneath the cheekbone if you want to contour with it, or if you just want more of like a warm toned blush, this would be perfect for you since it's not too dark. And then this blush is absolutely amazing. It's so pigmented and beautiful, and just a great color to go with pretty much everything. So, moving on to eyebrows, I love this e.l.f. brow pencil. I'm normally not a brow pencil kind of person, but when I do use brow pencils, I do really like this. It has a spoolie on one end, and then you have the crayon on the other that's just retractable. That's what it looks like. It's a really great product. I love the packaging. Like, the white packaging is so cute to me. And this does blend onto your eyebrows really nicely. It's smooth, very pigmented and creamy, but it's not too difficult to work with. And I love the fact that the stick is kind of thicker. It's not as thin as the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I appreciate that. It's not as easy to break, and I feel like I have more control with a thicker thing like this. So I really like it. I do like the Anastasia Brow Wiz as well, but I think if you want more of an affordable option, definitely check this out. It's awesome. I think it's like $1 to $3, maybe $3. I can't remember, but it's good. And the spoolie does blend out very well. Also, another brow product that I can't find right now is the Ulta Brow Pomade. It is so good. It's a great dupe for almost any high-end brow pomade. It's awesome. I will say it is a little bit more creamy, and sometimes it doesn't last as long, but it's great for the price, and I highly recommend checking it out. Moving on to a blush. This is like the blush that I always go to, and I will recommend to you. It's the Ulta Velvet Blush in Princess. The Ulta Velvet blushes are awesome. They're very pigmented. I'm wearing this one right now, and this one has a little bit of shimmer in it, but you can't tell on your cheeks at all. It doesn't look like too glittery or anything like that. It's just one of those perfect formulas that's hard to find at the drugstore. Love this a lot. This color is like my go-to for every single look. A dramatic look, something cool toned, warm toned, anything like that. This is the one that I like to go to. Okay, my two favorite drugstore highlighters. This first one, you're not going to be surprised because I love this and I just cannot get enough of it. I found it online at one point, and if I can find it again, I will link it down below. But this is the Wet n Wild Boozy Brunch Highlighter. Now, when you first look at this, you're like, I don't know if that's going to be a good highlighter, but it's good. You just mix it all together and you get this nice golden shade. If you don't like golden highlighters, you're not going to like this. But if you like golden highlights, oh my gosh, you're going to be obsessed with it. It's so pigmented, it reflects light beautifully. And you would think with this pink in here, you'd be like, oh, I don't know, is that going to show up on my cheeks? It does not at all on me. It is so good. Very creamy. You get a lot of product in here. Such a great highlighter. And I love golden highlighters, and this is like my baby. And then the one that I'm actually wearing today is a newfound love that I just can't get enough of. It is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This is a super creamy, gorgeous, like baked highlighter, and when you first swatch it, you're kind of like, okay, that's nice. You know, you kind of just think it's more of like an average highlighter, and then you swatch it and you kind of think the same thing, but once you put it on your cheeks, it just reflects the light so beautifully. And this is that perfect champagne kind of glow. It's not too gold, it's not too pink, it's right there in between, and it blends out very easily, and it doesn't accentuate texture. And you can get this on Ulta. Essence has a lot of great things, and this highlighter is definitely one of them. A couple eyeshadows I want to talk to you about are these Catrice Liquid Metal Eyeshadows. These are very intense, very pigmented. These could also double as highlighters if you wanted them to, if you're into a really intense highlight. This is the Catrice Liquid Metal Eyeshadow in Satina Woodson, and also in We Are Champagne. They're so pigmented. Look at that. I'm barely touching that as well. It's just so beautiful. Looks good with any look. You could do so many things with this. You can use it as a face highlighter, eyeshadow, anything. It's just stunning, and they blend out really well. These have to be the creamiest drugstore eyeshadows that I have found that are like this metal kind of look, and I really like them. I do like this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette in the Iconic Pro 1. This is a great dupe for the first Lorac Pro palette. I think I did a full video on this. You could definitely tell that there was a difference between the two, but this is still a pretty good eyeshadow palette. I do like it if you're just wanting to buy drugstore eyeshadows. I think Makeup Revolution has some great options for you, and I think this palette is my favorite one that I've tried from them so far. So again, this is the Salvation Palette Iconic Pro number 1. So I have one mascara to share with you guys. It's the Maybelline Lash Sensational. This is an amazing dupe for the Benefit Roller Lash. If you do not want to spend the money on that, then you can definitely check this out and you will get the same effect. The only thing I will say is that this does flake a little bit. But if you can get past that, then this is a great dupe for that. And you can also get the waterproof kind as well. I have not tried waterproof, so maybe waterproof doesn't flake as bad, but this one does flake a little bit. But otherwise, it's the exact same as the Benefit Roller Lash. Let's talk about a couple tools before we get on to lip products, because I also have a lot of lip products. So I have a few tools here to tell you guys about. Now this is not drugstore, but it's Ulta, and it's cheaper than the Beauty Blender. So I think this is considered drugstore in my opinion. This is the Japonesque Beautyblender, and I love this a lot. It's so good. It feels just like the Pro Beauty Blender, and if you buy this, it comes in a set with this big old sponge, a smaller sponge, and you also get a cleanser for $18. So that's a really good deal to get 2 Beauty Blenders and a cleanser for $18, whereas the Beauty Blender I think is like $18 by itself. So definitely check this out. I have 2 brushes from e.l.f. that I really like. If I don't use my Sephora brush for my highlighter, which is the Sephora number 79 brush, I will use this e.l.f. small tapered brush. This is great to highlight as well, and it kind of looks very similar to the Sephora one. So you can see right there, this one's Sephora, this one's e.l.f. But I just feel like the Sephora one packs on the color very nicely. But again, if you don't want to spend that kind of money on a brush, totally understandable. This is a great alternative for that, and it really highlights the cheekbones very nicely, and I think it's awesome. You could also use it to contour if you wanted to. This has to be one of my favorite blush brushes. It is so nice, and it's from the drugstore. It's the e.l.f. Flawless Face Brush, and you can use this for a lot of different things as well, but I feel like to pack on blush, it's just perfect. It's perfect for my cheeks, and it just really lays that product nicely, and it blends it out really well. Now if your blush is very pigmented, I would use a very, very light hand with this, but it works just as well as a high-end brush, and I highly recommend it. Next 2 are from the MUA brand that you can actually buy at CVS, and this is the MUA Makeup Academy Stippling Brush. I've been using this for I don't even know how long. I feel like forever, like maybe a year, a little over a year. This is the best stippling brush ever, and it feels so high-end. It has a really long handle, easy to blend everything out. The bristles are soft, they're not stiff, they don't scratch you. You know how sometimes you get drugstore brushes and they're kind of scratchy? That is not this brush. It is absolutely amazing. And then another one I recommend, this is MUA Professional's Contour Highlight Blush. I actually like to use this for multiple different things. Like sometimes I'll use it for blush, contour, sometimes I'll use this to highlight. Just depends on what I'm feeling. I'm usually not into duo brushes like this because I don't like to store them, but I really do like this one. The bristles are really, really soft, and everything blends well with these brushes. And then the last thing that is not a makeup tool before we get to the lip products is the Palladio Rice Paper Blotting Sheets. If you have oily skin, you are going to love these. The reason why I love these so much is because they're different. They have one side with a powder and the other side is just a plain old sheet that you can use. So if I don't have powder throughout the day, I will use the powder side. So what it does is it soaks up the oil, but it also adds powder to your skin as well. So it kind of looks like you put more powder on, but you didn't. It's just so good. It never makes your skin look cakey or anything like that, but it does soak up that excess oil and then powders the skin again so you're nice and matte. These are my favorite blotting sheets by far. So awesome and very affordable as well. Again, with the Palladio brand, I love these lip liners. They have some of the best lip liners in the drugstore, hands down. They are so creamy, beautiful. They blend so well. They're soft on the lips. They have the best colors too. I really, really love this brand and their lip liners. They're awesome and they kill it every single time. I've never purchased a lip product or something from Palladio that I didn't like, I don't believe. I don't think I've ever disliked something from that brand. Really quickly, while we're talking about Palladio, I'm just gonna shout out these lippies right here. These are the Velvet Matte Lip Creams, or wait, they're the Velvet Matte Cream Lip Colors, and I think these are great. They are just awesome. They stay on your lips for a while. They don't dry them out at all. And the packaging is adorable. It looks like a lipstick in a clear case. It's just stunning. My 2 favorite colors are Raw Silk and Boucle? I'm not too sure how to say that. That's what it looks like right there. So I'll show you Raw Silk. God, they're so pigmented. That one's Raw Silk. You can see it's like a nice mauve-y color. Nice doe foot applicator. It applies everything really well. And then this one's the one that starts with a B. I have no idea how you say this. Those are stunning. So stunning. And then some more things that I'm loving are the new L'Oreal Infallible lip paint. These are definitely more of like a pigmented lip gloss, but they have really great colors and I love the applicator. The applicator on the end is like nice. It kind of just cups your lips. I don't know, it's really weird. But these last for a really long time as well, and as you can see, they are super pigmented. So Spicy Blush is one that I've mentioned in a recent favorites video because I love this color. And then another one that I love is Nude Star. They did send me the full line and I'm so grateful for it. I actually purchased these before they sent them to me and fell in love with them, but that's what they look like. It's just, they're just so pretty. And 2 more lip products and we are done. I feel like I've been talking so fast and a lot, but I'm just trying to get through this video pretty quickly for you. I'll have everything listed down below in the description box if I talked a little too fast in this video. But this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Gloss. I love these. These are not like a liquid lipstick, but they're exactly what they say. They're a matte lip gloss, if that makes any sense. These are so good. Again, with the applicators, I feel like L'Oreal always kills it with the applicators, and it's so pigmented. Oh my gosh. So they're not claiming to be a liquid lipstick, so you can see it's not like a high shine or anything like that. It is a matte gloss. These do last quite a while as well. And then my very last color, all these colors look like exactly the same, so you kind of know the color scheme I like to go for. This is the Jcat Soft Matte Lip Cooler. This is awesome. It does take a little bit longer to dry on your lips, but once it does, it's not going anywhere. And it's really nice and affordable. I think the packaging is adorable. And this color is in the shade Frozen Cocoa. This is in the shade Frozen Cocoa. Again, they have a nice little applicator as well. And then this is the color of it. You see how pigmented that is? Stunning. Such a stunning color. Goes with absolutely every look. I just love it. Oh my gosh. That is so, isn't that so pretty? Okay guys, so that is it for this drugstore favorites video. That is it for all the drugstore favorites that I am loving so far. Stay tuned. I will be trying out a lot more new products because I know that the drugstore is coming out with so many things right now and I just need to get my little gritty hands on them because I can't wait. I need to try everything out for you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.